I don't care. You have my permission. If your mental health is low come January, November, December, and my advance rates are poor, and it makes you happy to log into twitter.com, pull up the Chesley advance rates. I'm advancing a smooth 23 teams out of 150. And it makes you feel good to throw that out there and be like, this guy's the best ball tout. Do it, man. Go ahead, post it, hit the send. Get those 4 interactions. Maybe even a hater will retweet it. Maybe you'll get like 20 interactions. Genuinely think Ibuka could explode if Godwin is washed. Yeah, I actually like the Godwin pick a lot, but I also like the Ibuka pick. I don't have a ton of him, and I want some of my Ibuka combos to be unique. It's a little cleaner to take Ibuka at the 2-3 turn. But, you know, where would we be drafting Ibuka if he just continued what he was at the start of the year? We'd be drafting him in the first, right? Total points Tuesday. You know what? I got you. No. Tomorrow's Total Points Tuesday. So yes. Today is Max Money Mondays. Wow. I continue to think the Trey McBride fall is nonsense. And actually, getting Trey McBride to combo with Ibuka is pretty clean because there's going to be a little bit of McBride-Ibuka combos here. There's not going to be that many McBride-Ibuka plus second-round pick combos, so mainly because Ibuka goes in the clean third, McBride goes in the clean third, meaning they just don't fall to the fourth all that often. So, I mean, like, honestly, I think when you're pulling up players and getting weird like this, wide receiver is probably the cleanest player you can do it with. Not in the sense that it's going to be easy, but in the sense of who do most people take here when they go wide out? They take Drake London. So really you're fading one player. You're fading Drake London. Maybe A.J. Brown, maybe Rashee Rice, right? Like, but by and large, you're fading like London and Brown. And there's like 500 dudes to choose to do this with. We're going Jonathan Taylor, Mika Ibuka, Trey McBride. Yeah! Flock collab stream is on Thursday. I was going to do it with Rashee because I've been thinking about Rashee and, wow, this is kind of crazy. Like, yeah, of course we're going to take Josh Allen here. I continue to think this is nonsense. Now, this is pretty clean for me, personally. Josh Allen was on my BBM2 team, so yes, Josh Allen did help me win $1 million. Checkmate, haters. He was on the team with JT. Trey McBride was on several of my best ball teams that did well, including my 555 winning team. So a lot of brand players to go with some ADP falls and a big ADP reach. And it's like, what is the big ADP reach I did? I'm claiming that Emeka Egbuka is better than we think. Very logical player to do it with. Yeah, to finish the Rashee Rice thought process, you know, there are times where if you ask me where would I draft Rashee Rice, the answer is middle of the first. So it's kind of a player I want to start jamming here a little bit. I kind of like that I do this WSOP reset. Gets me off of some of my player takes, back to some of my old ones.
One would think a global pop sensation, Zara Larsson, doesn't have to think about money.
Hello?
But we followed her for a week.
You did what?
And found out she's pretty thrifty.
Thanks.
So here's Zara's money-saving guide for the modern woman.
There's a guide?
When it's hot,
I do agree also with this that Rashee would not be that unique because he was a player that's seen a lot of movement. Josh Allen is falling to the fourth. doesn't really matter. Right? Like, what's the functional difference of him going pick 41 or pick 32? None.
Okay.
Legit none. So with this Amika Ibuka pick, there are so many players I would do this with. And honestly, like, year after year, my biggest lesson is, like, what teams do I like the most come playoffs? It's my teams with, like, unique good players. And so I've just been mulling that over, and I just want to be doing stuff like this, like, way more often, where I can go on to BBMDB, the database, and be like, wow, you know how many other Taylor and Mika teams there are? 0. Now, there's going to, like, I'm streaming this, so there's going to be some more combos inherently because of that. We missed on DJ Moore, which is perfectly fine. It honestly just kind of smooths out that for me. I don't really like David Montgomery, but it's a full round after his ADP, pretty much. His ADP is 46. I just took him at pick 56. When there's a player I don't really like, this is when I want to get him. And again, it further works with this Amika pick because Amika correlates with picks like 32 through 36. Montgomery with pick 46, so they don't combo together naturally, so inherently creating more uniqueness. I would recommend that you just rewind the video. Maybe just throw it on 2x or something like that.
Give me Loveland.
A day in the life video, I don't think I'm big enough to be doing that. Maybe if I hired a camera crew. I'm sure there is interest for 20 people out there, but no offense to you 20, I'm not going to make content for y'all. I mean, there's so many things I need to do that I'm not doing. I need to get up on Spotify and blah, 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 blah. But here we are, guys. We're spending a solid hour together. Let's get it. Who we going today? Sure. I have very little Brian Thomas, honestly. I never feel that warm and fuzzy when I do take him. But does he have weekly upside? The answer is yes. Right? And that alone makes him a justifiable pick in best ball.
Yeah.
Potentially he has super weekly upside. Of course, with me jamming Parker Washington, simply having some Brian Thomas Jr. shares to smooth out an injury or in case I'm wrong is logical. McBride's is not going in the second all that often. There's probably some old teams like that, but pretty confident I've built a unique start. I've done my job. From here, it's time to let randomness come to play. Get some week 17 correlation. What is the max you'd move a guy up in the early rounds? 12 to 15 picks of ADP? I mean, I don't know, man. If you're with me on the Parker Washington stuff, don't think it's that crazy to take him in the second. Of course, you don't need to do that. But
P-Wash.
Inherently, in any given year, there could be a round that is a bad round for winning. Because of injuries, or because the players are bad, or because they simply score less than 10 points in week 17. Right? And maybe there's probably there's gonna be some good rounds too, where you're gonna want multiple players. So, of course, it's difficult to pull a needle out of the haystack, but I'm trying. I am trying. Let's go Sutton today. Kind of just like a boring point guy, but I don't have that much Waddle, so I'm a little uneasy about Bo Nix, but you know, I think Sutton's deserved to be mixed in here. Like, if you guys remember the Calvin Ridley year where he worked his way up to the second, I can't exactly remember who was going around him, but what I do remember is that whole second round was a dead value. The year after I won BBM2, so this would be BBM3, I full faded picks like 2, 3, and 4 because they were Kamara, Zeke, and Henry, and all three of those guys busted. So, yeah, there are dead spots on occasion. I didn't win that year because I was drafting like Stephon Diggs and A.J. Brown instead of them, which were good picks, but they weren't who you needed. I actually do like the Chris Godwin pick. I'm trying to think through whether I want to do Godwin on a team I reached for Amika. I think I'm going to pass this time. Mainly because Jaden Reed gives me some week 17 correlation with Montgomery. But I definitely could have gone like a Bucks super here.
Isn't debt relief just a scam?
Yeah, I used to think that too, but I spent a lot of time looking into it, and some companies are definitely sketchy.
Catches you by surprise, these pick clocks. There are definitely some picks I've made here where I'm like, oh, okay, got that in at the like the David Montgomery one. I hadn't fully decided what I was doing there. So yeah, kind of, you know, David Montgomery, not my favorite pick in the player pool. I see the case for him. How am I getting him? Well, I'm getting him on a team with 10 picks of ADP value, unique combos around him, and a week 17 game stack. So, you know, obviously I don't think David Montgomery's key to win, but if he is key to win, hopefully it's because he's putting in 5 touchdowns week 17. Jaden Reed's coming along for the adventure, and you need some of the other guys I've drafted.
Probably.
1, 2, 4, 1, a nice balanced build, elite quarterback, elite tight end, 2 running backs that I can certainly count on points early from,
Fuck it.
4 wide receivers that will be scoring points as well.
Fuck it.
Always comfy to go like a 3rd running back here for flex overlap. You know, probably go RB wide out, get a quarterback eventually. These are, of course, the quarterback rounds. Wow, Jordan Mason, pick 101. I think I drafted him in like the 150s. Shout out to Underdog for sponsoring this video.
Nice.
I know who I want. Let's see who E. Hafner wants. Okay, I wanted Kenny Gainwell. Gives me the 3rd running back. Gives me a teammate stack with Ibuka. Gives me a player I like. Bo Nix goes, so I'm freed from making that decision. Do I play on any poker sites or just in person? Mainly in person. I signed up for WPT whatever the other day, but I will probably only play on Sundays. Skin to Fur? Is this Adam Levitan? Does anyone know? Or is it just a fan of his? I'm gonna guess a fan, but I don't know. I do not know.
Addison would have been nice.
Okay, Jordan Love goes, so can't go there either. I would have taken Love. Dobbins is solid, but I'm gonna do Baker. Nah, I'm gonna do Dobbins. Nope, never mind. I'm gonna do Baker. I'm not upset with that. I was happy with either. I was gonna do Dobbins just because I have Sutton. Always loved the RB whiteout stack, and there was a bigger chance Baker wraps around to me. But I'm pretty happy to get the Igbuka, Gainwell, Mayfield combo and be done at 2 QBs there. Of course, I don't need an early second quarterback with Josh, but it's just never clean when you wait. Typically, it's like, oh, I'll take the Arizona guy or whatever, you know.
Yeah, facts.
So, I kind of like the Baker-Allen combo. Of course, same draft class. I live in Tampa area. Fun fact. Y'all see the correlation. Do me a favor, hit the like, subscribe. If you're watching this on mobile, hype it. Interact.
Europe river cruising, 13 days, $2,799, including flights with Holiday Max. Cruise the heart of Eastern Europe on one of our luxurious river ships with the grandest in
There is a tournament series at the local Hard Rock Tampa. I think I played one event. I busted 19th, 17 made day 2. Probably only have time to play like 1 or 2 more. It's an interesting question. If you had a player ranked 101 but his ADP was 112, would you take 100% of that player? Probably depends on the given year. We miss on Dalton Kincaid. So we will not have, who of course I would have taken. I'll get back to your question. I don't really love Shakir this year, but certainly logical. Okay. This might be my first Shakir team on Underdog.
You're not gonna take Diggs?
He's whatever. I just don't think his role will change all that much, and he's not a big touchdown guy.
Golden.
You know, 700 to 800 yards, 3 to 5 touchdowns. He can win downfield. They just don't really use him that much.
I'm gonna take Diggs.
Coming off the ankle injury.
Romeo Dubes.
In the high 50s.
Oh, this guy's a
Yeah, it
jack
just
right
depends
out.
on the given year how I'd want to play
Little
it.
piece of shit.
Right? Like, Achan is a player I have ranked ahead of the market. Do I take him 100% of the time? No. So I don't want to fade everyone in the second. Same logic. Like, most years I probably would not want to fade them. However, if I just knew, like, Like, you guys know I had Chase ranked as the first wide receiver a couple of years ago when he was like the 105. And I just jammed him. Because I'm not a coward, right? I don't remember what his ADP was like 5 or something, and I just had like 30 to 40%. So certainly if I feel really strongly about it, I probably would just jam the guy. How are we doing here? I do like Ferguson, but I'm going to do Diggs. Gives me yet another wide receiver to feel good about. Pretty easy to identify Diggs will go up in price when he signs somewhere. And there is a small chance he signs with Buffalo. I'll probably do 2 drafts today. Since I delayed my rankings, I'll do the double drafts. I've not watched the quarterback series on Netflix. I did see the clip, though, of Joe Flacco saying, "Oh my God, I get to throw to Jamar Chase." This is a BBM. It's almost always a BBM. We just did a whole week of DK, so we'll probably keep it easy there for a couple days. I'm updating the ranks tomorrow, but the moves I'm going to make are like Ayuk's going down a little bit. It's more like fine-tuning the back end. I constantly am like trying to think through depth charts and like confidence levels of players. Like Bateman is someone I've kind of held off ranking. I think I'll throw him up there, you know.
Jacoby Lane.
Do we think I could crowdsource enough people to give me inside info? Oh, David Kitchen reached out, asked me to go on the Swolecast. He's asked me like 4 months straight, but I've not been able to, and so I told him yes. So, we'll be there. Me and the Swolecast had a tumultuous relationship for a second, but we're back. Is there a Miami wide receiver you like? Honestly, like, I'm not going to lie to you guys and be like, oh, this is the, I mix the Miami guys in. I don't feel that good about it. Okay? That's the spot I want clarity on. And I think that's okay. It's okay to wait on spots you want clarity and not pretend that I have a crystal ball. Right? And I don't even really think it's that valuable of an ambiguous situation. Let's go Travis Hunter. I'm pretty light on my Hunter exposure. We gotta fix that. I mean, you gotta realize that if you're doing an entertainment show, what are you going to talk about for so long? So I don't think it's abnormal to bring up other best ball people. Davis especially. How are the hill sprints? Well, I was in Vegas, so I sprained my ankle before them, so I've not been doing them. I just went for a walk, and it's rainy season in Florida, but I'm going to get back to them. Kitchen is very funny. Okay, we got 4 more picks. We need some running backs and some tight ends.
The all-new Pilot House Pro sunglasses by Costa. See what's out there and check out the Pilot House Pro sunglasses from CostaDelMar.com.
Hey, it's the Greek Spiro, and in the swamp, it gets loud. It
Can
gets crazy.
I
it gets
do
epic.
it?
That's why you always have to bring your A game, just like the Florida Gators.
may have done
and
it.
Greek.
Nice.
Let's do Dylan Sampson
Successfully
today.
won the gamble.
Mainly because he plays the Colts week 17, so it gives me some sneak week 17 correlation. I think I can survive with 5 running backs on this team. RB, tight end, wide receiver, but I might go 6. It's kind of up in the air. Me and Davis are friends. That has nothing to do with the Swolecast. I think Fareed one year bankrolled some of Davis's drafts. I don't know exactly what was going on there, but I mean Fareed did win the most money ever. Shout out Fareed. Keenan Allen, I don't know. I'm just not really doing it. You know, he's going to give some points probably, but I'm mostly a best ball guy, but I'll be doing some daily drafts, of course, this
Why
year
is Gadsden falling?
on the channel.
I'm confusion.
I don't think we've done the BBM Winners annual show for a minute. I tried to do it, I think last year, and it didn't work out, so it's over. Plus, I don't know who's won BBM in some of the years. Oh, I think I tried to have on Sherman one time. I don't remember, man. Life goes on. Will the hair get chopped? I mean, Brian Robinson is kind of a no-brainer. Upside swing. I told my girlfriend I was going to get a haircut today. She's like, no, don't. So, maybe I'll keep it. I don't know. I like Diggs more this year than I did. I mean, it's not the same because Dobbins, like when I was telling you guys to draft Dobbins, he was like pick 180. You know? And I just kept doing it. But I feel really good about the Diggs bet. Won't lie. We're on to 2026, man. We're on to 2026. I did see something basically that like the winning lineup last year was one of the luckiest lineups of all time. Obviously you got to get lucky any year. So Dulcich is week 17 correlation, but I just like Ferguson more. Actually, they're both week 17 correlation. Ferguson is week 17 correlation on my Tampa stuff. Look at that. But yeah, the last year's lineup on BBM was very lucky because some dude posted the math, and basically it just, the team scored so little points in many of the weeks that they barely, like they've just gotten very lucky pods multiple times in a row, which of course you like.
Oops.
Getting lucky is awesome, but it's not something you can really plan for. And you pretty much had to get lucky to advance a Derrick Henry team anyways, right? Like think about last year. JT was dominated advance rate, so you didn't have him, and you had a player scoring poorly. And it's so easy to forget that that's how scoring works when you're drafting right now. But just remember that it will work like that, probably. Like, Jamar Chase could just go 25 points a week and be 50% advance rate. One of these running backs could absolutely stuff the others in a locker and be the guy who's advancing like 60% of teams. I had the foresight to leave my door cracked. Usually don't do that for echoes, and now my cat has come inside. I don't see Diggs landing in Denver. I think it will be like the Commanders, the Chiefs, something like this. I don't really see the Bills, but I've seen others people mention that. Liam, would you be open to dating any of my Vietnamese relatives? Send me their pictures and let's pull them up right now. As a stream. I do have a girlfriend, so let me run it by her first, and then I want a bio on them, and honestly, not the most unhinged comment I've ever received, but hilarious, nonetheless. Okay, who we tacking on to this team? Let's do Kirk today. Brand guy. We got a bunch of brand guys here.
Kirk.
I was lower on Diggs last year because the man was coming off an ACL and was like kind of expensive. It's okay to be wrong. You know, I mean, the dude did awesome stuff off the ACL. He wasn't crushing it in fantasy football. He was more stable. But to me, I just think now he's just very cheap, and I don't have the ACL concerns. No one has commented on this. I'm the only one who thinks this is interesting. I guess this one. That sounds like a big perk. I do love Asian cuisine.
At the Tire Choice Auto Service Center, it's more than an oil change, it's a confidence check. Get $10 back on a Valvoline full synthetic oil change, plus a free ConfiDrive performance review. Visit thetirechoice.com today. Valid through the end of the month.
There's a new driver on Golfer's Minds.
Vast and forgiving, Ping's highest NOI ever.
Hey, Professor Shipley, the ball's not going to hit itself.
The Ping G440K, the new standard in straight.
Not even gonna read this one because I don't know what kind of stuff the YouTube algo, but I'll leave it up on the screen for you guys to read. Send them my way. Oh my god, man. Touch some grass, guys. Go to your local bars. No one has commented on this. I'm the only one who thinks this is interesting. I guess this one. That sounds like a big perk. I do love Asian cuisine. Not even gonna read this one because I don't know what kind of stuff the YouTube algo, but I'll leave it up on the screen for you guys to read. Send them my way. Oh my god, man. Touch some grass, guys. Go to your local bars. Sure. What if Keon, Shakir, Diggs, Hunter, Kirk, 2592, the classic structure I won BBM2 with, Jonathan Taylor, Emeka Ibuka, Trey McBride, Josh Allen, David Montgomery, Brian Thomas, Cortland Sutton, Jaden Reed, Kenneth Gainwell, Baker Mayfield, Shakir, Diggs, Hunter, Sampson, Brian Robinson, T. Ferg, Kirk, and Coleman. I like the squad. I'm not going to, the stream is so unhinged that I'm going to do another one. What am I going to draft, though? Am I going to draft an eliminator? You know what? No, we're going to do a rare one where we're just advertising. Get in BBM if you want to draft versus me. Who has the fastest fingers? Disclaimer, you must be terrible.
That's funny. Oh.
See, here's the beauty of fantasy football channels.